AnnexA Control 5.2 Information Security Roles and Responsibilities. And I want to start somewhere slightly odd, not with the standard, with a whiteboard. Because almost every small company I've ever poked at has one of these. A grid. Down the side, a list of security-ish things across the top, the team, and in every single box, the same 3 letters, Dave. Dave owns access reviews. Dave owns the incident response. Dave owns the risk register. Dave owns the supplier reviews, the backups, the laptop encryption, and somehow also the fire extinguishers. Dave is 12 people in a trench coat. And when you ask the founder who's responsible for information security, they say with real warmth, "Oh, everyone is cute." No, they're not. That's the whole point of this control, and it's the one sentence I'd tattoo on the inside of your eyelids if you'd let me. If everyone owns it, nobody owns it. Shared responsibility without named responsibility is just a mood. So let's go through what the standard actually asks for, because it's shorter than you think and harder than you'd like. AnnexA Control 5.2 says the organization shall define and allocate information security roles and responsibilities according to its needs. That's it. 3 verbs doing enormous work. Define. Somebody has to sit down and write out what the responsibilities actually are. Not job titles. Responsibilities. Who owns which risks? Who owns which assets? Who owns which controls? Who owns the management system itself? Who people tell when something goes wrong? Who decides whether a thing is an incident or just a Tuesday? To allocate those responsibilities get attached to actual named humans, or at minimum to actual defined roles that a human currently occupies, not the security team, when the security team is a Slack channel with 4 people and a bot in it. And then the bit everybody skips understood. The standard wants these documented and communicated, so the person holding the responsibility knows they're holding it, which sounds obvious. It is obvious. It is also the single most common way this control quietly falls over. Here's the test. Walk up to whoever your Dave is and ask, without warning, what are you responsible for, security-wise? If the answer takes more than about 15 seconds, or contains the word probably, it isn't allocated. It's assumed. Assumption is not allocation. Now let me right-size this because I know what's happening in your head. You're a 12-person software company. You're picturing a governance framework with committees and a charter and a quarterly forum, and you're already tired. Don't, please don't. That's the other failure mode, and it's just as bad. For a 12-person team, this is genuinely a 1-page document. Maybe 2 if you're feeling fancy, something like this. Founder or chief technology officer owns the management system overall and signs off the risk decisions because someone with actual authority has to, and that's a real requirement elsewhere in the standard, in Clause 5.1 and Clause 5.3. Dave, our long-suffering head of engineering, owns technical controls, access, logging, backups, the production environment. Someone in operations owns supplier and contract security. Everyone, and here I'll allow the word everyone, is responsible for reporting suspected incidents, following the policies, and completing the awareness training. That last one is legitimate shared responsibility. Reporting, following, those are behaviors everyone genuinely does hold. What everyone does not hold is decisions. Decisions need a name. 1 page names roles what each one owns, who deputizes when they're on holiday. Done. If it's 20 pages, you've built a bureaucracy to protect a product that 4 people understand and 1 person deploys. Right, failure modes. 3 of them. And I've seen versions of all 3 in the wild. Failure 1. The grid where every box says IT or every box says Dave. This is responsibility as a shrug. What it usually means is nobody has thought about it and they're routing all of it to the person least likely to say no. Here's the sting. Dave will absorb it. Dave always absorbs it, which means the failure stays invisible right up until the day Dave gets a better offer and walks out carrying your entire security posture in his head. Failure 2, and this is the sneaky one, ownership that lives only in someone's head. Nothing's written down. It works fine. It works fine for 2 years. Dave's on annual leave in a place with no signal. A supplier emails to say they've had a breach, and it lands in an inbox nobody has been told to watch. Everyone assumes someone's handling it. Nobody is. That gap is not a technology problem. That gap is AnnexA Control 5.2 not being done. Failure 3. The one where you wrote a beautiful responsibilities document and never told anyone. It's in a folder. It's version 1.0, dated 11 months ago. The person named as risk owner left in March. Replacement has never seen it and doesn't know they inherited it. Documented? Yes. Communicated? No. Understood? Absolutely not. Adorable, but it fails. And a bonus failure I'll throw in free. Segregation. The standard flags it here, and AnnexA Control 5.3. Segregation of duties picks it up properly. Same person requests the access, approves the access, and audits the access. In a small team that happens constantly, and the honest answer isn't always to hire someone. Sometimes it's to have a second pair of eyes, a compensating check, and to actually say out loud in your documentation that you've accepted the residual risk because you're 12 people. That's a legitimate position. Pretending the conflict doesn't exist is not. Let me name the neighbors, because this control doesn't stand alone. AnnexA Control 5.1, Policies for Information Security, sets the rules. This one says who enforces them. AnnexA Control 5.3, Segregation of Duties. AnnexA Control 5.4, Management Responsibilities. AnnexA Control 6.2, Terms and Conditions of Employment, is where responsibilities get baked into contracts. AnnexA Control 6.3, Awareness, Education and Training. And AnnexA Control 5.24, Information Security Incident Management Planning and Preparation, which needs to know exactly who picks up the phone at 2 in the morning. Every one of those quietly assumes you've already done AnnexA Control 5.2 properly. Is this control new in the 2022 version? No, it isn't. It's an old friend, carried across from the 2013 structure and renumbered when the whole thing got reorganized into 4 themes. 93 controls now instead of 114. This one survived the reshuffle because it's foundational. You cannot operate a management system where the responsibilities are vibes. Suppose you dare, and it takes 10 minutes. Pick 3 things: access reviews, incident escalation, supplier security. Message 3 different people on your team separately, right now, and ask each one, who owns this? Don't prompt them, don't explain. If you get 3 matching answers, brilliant, write it down, put a date on it, and you've basically evidenced this control. If you get 3 different answers, or 2 shrugs and 1 very confident wrong answer, then congratulations. You've just found the gap before an auditor did, and frankly, before an attacker did. Go and ask, and for the love of God, give Dave one of those boxes back.